Alright, let's make sure everything's coming through properly fast. Yes! Right, good. Because there's quite a few things to talk about, because I haven't streamed this in 2 weeks now? Surprisingly, a fair bit amount can happen in 2 weeks. The main thing is all of this. I've added a couple of mods. I'm not entirely... This is the main one I added. It's Matter Overdrive. It's the one where you can become androids, basically. So yeah, it brings new guns, phaser rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns. So there's now actual literal guns in it now, which is interesting. So that's an interesting thing. The one slight problem is that the mod, at least Matter Overdrive, because all of the mods have essentially a core material, especially the scientific ones. It's like immersive engineering its core material is copper and steel, so iron. The same as like the Galacticraft stuff is steel. Lots of steel, lots of hardened steel, compressed steel, all that kind of stuff. Problem is with Matter Overdrive, its core material is titanium, which, like all the other ores, would naturally spawn, so on and so on and so on. But none of the other mods have titanium in it. So I have no titanium. And titanium didn't naturally spawn with the world. So, if I want to get titanium, I have to essentially generate new chunks. I have to go to a place that is not generated, so all of this area in black, and mine that for the titanium. Because in all of this area, and potentially some area around it as well, there isn't going to be any titanium at all ever. Because none of the other mods use titanium. I think Galacticraft does, but you get titanium in like the asteroid field, which is like one tier higher than I currently am. So I have to go through Mars and then go to the asteroid field, and then I can start getting titanium. And even then, it's a drop. Where in stuff like Matter Overdrive, it's an ore. You dig up and find. It's just an ore. Same as dilithium, which is definitely something that's not there. So, while I added this one, it's going to be a whole thing. And also, as well, as a thing, the perpetual distractions that I've always had for this is writing the stories. I am actually writing a story about what would be considered characters in this thing, and with the Omniverse and thing, because I'm a weirdo. And that is the thing that's actually taken up. Surprisingly, you would think how deep and intensively I've actually thought about it. It's stupid how intensive I've actually thought about it. Like, basically connecting it with, like, connecting all the Minecraft worlds together, and it's like connecting the Omniverse world to this world, and all the other mod packs, which I'm currently planning to do as well as all the other games that Morph is going to be doing videos for. Yes, we are going to be doing more on the YouTube channel. That's going to be mostly Morph's thing, because I tried doing all the gameplay stuff, and I don't have the time anymore. I don't have the time to do editing and everything else. There's a reason why I stopped doing it. And basically connecting everything the Torch does together into a single unified universe with characters and story and plot. It is stupid how much thought I have actually put into it, and it's one of those things. Is this doing too loud, or is it just me? No, it's just me. It is stupid how much thought I have actually put into the whole thing. Actually, no, just not rather than do that. Just turn it down. Ugh. Yeah, it is stupid how much thought I've actually put into it. I have really overthought it. I have really spent way too much time trying to make it a cohesive, actual long-term story. It's down to a whole thing where it's like, oh, I want to actually expand on this part of this. I want to actually make this part of the story and add this bit. And so, basically, what turned out to be like 2 or 3 pages of explaining like what this character basically is, like the sort of the head character, sort of the lore character for the sciencey Minecraft mods and stuff like that, has now turned into 3 chapters. It went from being a couple of pages to being 2 chapters to being 3 chapters to now being several characters. Because having like the plot and the lore that's surrounding this character, I'm actually making skins as well. See, this is how much I've thought about it. I have separate skins for separate characters that I'm going to have go through separate storylines, even within the same Minecraft mod world. And it's all going to be connected together with everything else. It is just, oh fuck. I have supremely overthought it. Hence the reason why I haven't really streamed that much, because I want to try and have like cohesive story, and then the kind of the obvious thought goes in is that from a narrative standpoint, following the actual like narratively following what actually happens in the Minecraft world or through the stream stuff like that is really stupid, because it means that one person has left a fantasy world and then immediately builds a space rocket. It's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. So, this is the reason why... Wrong button. If you saw in the last stream, you may have saw the copper structure. And that is because one of the things I wanted to do anyway was to start capturing the villagers, or the zombie villagers, curing them, and then basically making it into a town thing. And so that has now become a story thing. Not the actual curing of the villagers, but having this character wake up in sci-fi world because of pocket dimensions and fractured worlds and fractured dimensions. They're even then connected to this to like the real world with like characters that go through. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, the amount of thought I've put into it is really dumb. Because it's the level of thought I put into it is astounding. This is what I've been doing almost solely for about 3 weeks. So yeah, way too much thought has gone into something that has no bearing on anything we do. It's just, I was going to release most of the stories for free, just chapter by chapter or story by story, just for free, because I ain't got a big deal, and it's stuff I'm just making just for the hell of it, so it's not going through an editor. It's basically I've basically mentioned this once to Kenny, the editor-in-chief for the site, for the actual writing part of the site, and also the book reviewer for the site. She doesn't know how much thought I've put into it. I think I mentioned it once. She went, alright. That was it. Yeah, so she doesn't really know that it's been, well, she probably does now. I'm probably going to send her this clip as this section of the stream, just to basically explain. To basically tell her, is like, yeah, writing a story around all these characters is basically what I've been doing for 3 weeks. And yeah, that's the bit that it's. Again, if you listen to this, when I said there's one bit which I've been really overcomplicating, that's it. That's the bit I've really overcomplicated. Basically writing a book, writing a collection of short stories that fit into a cohesive fucking. My stupid ass went from going, I'm gonna make a connected universe through streaming and Minecraft mods, to being, I want to be Stephen King. So Yeah, it's yeah. I've basically just had to tell myself, just fucking stop doing it. I've had to tell myself to stop doing it, or at least put it so hard on the back burner. I have to basically just do something else instead of doing that, because otherwise I'm going to spend all of my time writing a book that is not going to get published. It's writing a book for no other reason besides I can, which is generally a terrible idea because it would absorb so much time. I can't do anything else, and I'm supposed to be. It literally is. I've been saying, as if you've been following the streams for like a year, you would know that my overall want to do stuff is to stream at least 4 times a week and get an article out a week. And if I'm spending all of my time writing a book that's never going to get released, then I'm not going to get anywhere, am I? So yeah, that's the bit that has been overcomplicated for best part of a month, and that explains that should generally explain my absence in streaming and in creation. Me spending time doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. So, and it's also the reason why I've actually started making production documents as well. It's I've kind of dragged Kenny into being a producer, or into the role of a producer, to basically yell at me saying, "Why haven't you done this yet? Do it now!" kind of role, because otherwise I'll just spend so much time doing something else. It'll end up getting in the way. But yeah, that is going to actually be part of the plot. It's basically I want to build a town. Hello. God, that's... with this music, that is creepy. Especially the end of the Enderman, I swear they're getting more rowdy. Because the Earth is disappearing over that section over there, which would be the bloody power station. The bit I'm expanding into, the Earth keeps bloody disappearing because the Endermen keep nicking it. It's getting creepy. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically the very overcomplicated bit that I have to stop doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, and even then, ISM, that would be the company. That would be the company for the mining thing, which is the one thing that would like connect things like TerraTech together, and like potentially like KSP, and all of that. So yeah. This is part of the reason it's me overthinking it has been on the books for quite some time. And it's got out of hand. Even I would admit, over the last week or so, it has got very out of hand. Hence the reason why I've kind of dragged Kenny into... I've dragged Kenny into the role of, please, just make me stop. because I know it's getting out of hand and I can't stop myself anymore. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm definitely going to send her this bit now, because this will probably explain all of the things I've said for the past couple of weeks. Because I think I think she's kind of just gone, it's like, what do you mean by that? At least you're actually admitting something. But now this is actually the explanation for it. So, yeah, I haven't been doing work because I've been writing a book that's never... It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Either way, that's my rambling done. My 15-minute introduction ramble of bollocks, really, of me just complaining about myself again, because I have a tendency to do that now these days. So to now actually go into and actually start doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing today. So, these are the current plans. And also, as well, same as last time, it's really fucking hot. And so, no camera. That's why there's no camera again. It is piss ass hot. I'm running a small desk fan out of the place where the camera would be, and also windows open and all of that. And I'm not the best to look at this point for cameraing purposes. It is really bloody hot, and this place has got, my room has been like 20 degrees for about 3 days because it has terrible ventilation, because it's an old house and I have the boiler next to the PC, which is a terrible idea. Anyway, no camera. Yes, so this is the plans for today, or at least the various plans to do. I'm probably not going to be able to do all of them today. But yeah, so it's automated diamond production, the power plant structure, the power plant core, the creosote power generator, and then the interspatial mining moon site, the interspatial mining earth site, because of the whole thing with the titanium and all of that. I now have to go basically just set up an entire mining site in some far off piss ass place just so I can get diamond, because I'm gonna need to get titanium, because I'm going to need to get titanium, because I have no titanium and none of the other mods use titanium. So while I'm still drowning in copper and drowning in tin, I shall continue drowning in copper and drowning in tin. Yeah. Although for that, it's going to be its own separate thing. It's going to be basically an entire escapade, because for one, I have to go off somewhere far away and actually generate new chunks so I can actually get to a place where there actually is titanium, potentially, and then mine the hell out of it. And then I'll just set up like a whole mining thing as well. I might just keep going around everywhere until I can find gravitational anomalies, and then do that. Either way, that is going to be his whole thing some other time. Because the thing for me to do at this point is to do all this diamond production and that. So, the first thing to do. Right, yes. The first thing to do is diamond production. I'm going to stick that there for the time being. There's two ways for you to get diamonds. One, it's basically through this. Coal dust compression and bioball assembly compression. Coal dust compression is basically you get coal from here. It go into macerator. That becomes coal dust. Then that gets assembled around flint. Then that flint gets assembled around obsidian, and then that flint compression gets put around obsidian, and then that obsidian is compressed, and that creates industrial diamonds, which I can then just assemble into a block and then unassemble it, and it's diamonds, just normal diamonds, because reasons. The other way of doing it is through the bioball assembly, which is you get you get leaves. Assemble in 8 ring to get leaves. 8 ring assembly to bio balls. Then 8 ring assembly around resin to get the resin assemble. Then use 8 of those around bone assemble and around bone to get another assemble. And then you compress it, and then you get an 8 ring of that. And then you furnace it, and then you compress it again. It's a really long-winded process, but essentially it means you can get diamonds out of resin and bones. So, yeah. It's basically that becomes that, with 8, that goes into 8 ring. That goes into 8 ring, and then that gets furnished into the same thing as what that is. This is what you get the diamond for the obsidian, and then compressed again. So That long-winded requires 2 assemblies, 2 compressors. Used to get assembled twice, then compressed, then then assembled again, then furnaced, and then compressed again. So it's a long-winded process. Well, this is just 2 sets of assemblies and the compression. So we'll do the coal compression first. Do it here, because this 4 structure here is going to be a 3x3 structure. That is going to be the assembler for Immersive Craft, because I can do 3 sets of assemblies in it. Hopefully it's a whole thing where it has, because it has its own internal storage as well. Hopefully, because I can preset the assemblies that it needs. So it'll be a case of putting in coal here into a macerator, might get a industrial macerator, like the one with a switch, like this one. I want it like a switch like that one, and then yeah, I think for the time being as well, while that's going on, I'll turn that off. Because the reason why that's not doing anything is because those coke ovens are full for creosote. And so I have to start piping the creosote. Hence the reason why I made a creosote generator. I want to make a creosote generator in the power plant over there. Oh yeah, this is one of the things I've done as well. I've started putting together a whole thing to get into where the power plant is. Because if you saw in the previous stream, the various scaffoldings, like the blueprint scaffolding things I did for the power station that's upstairs, that's literally just straight up there. Hence the reason why I put all this here. And all this is here because that's the wall. The other side of that is water, is the sea. So, yeah. So the next thing to do is just to build the structure, and then build the structure up top, and then get rid of the ground, fill up using scaffolding, and then done hunky-dory grand dooby-dooby-dooby-doos. There what there be do. Yeah, so, first things first, this. So first thing I need to do, the first thing I need to do is to probably just get the assembler. Because if I can get the assembler... Well, if I can get the assembler working, because there's one thing I don't know about the assembler is if it auto-ejects or not. Because if it auto-ejects... Because if it will keep hold of stuff that it uses for assemblies, but then has no other... It's basically... Because this has to go through 2 assemblies directly next to each other, is it a case where it's dust, it gets... that will be macerator... Dust goes in, gets assembled. Wondering if it, and the thing I don't know is if it will do the flint assembly and then immediately eject it, so I have to cycle it back round to get the obsidian assembly, or if it just goes to flint assembly and then obsidian assembly directly after, because what it creates is required for another assembly. And so that it goes through. Hence the reason why that one, the bio assembly, is going to be an arse, because it has to go assembly, compression, assembly. So it has to get ejected first and then go back in after compression. Well, this is just assembly, ejection, compression, done. And so hopefully, the thing I can do, if it doesn't auto-eject, is coal go in here. It get macerated. It go into dropper, because I haven't really thought of any other way to really do it. It go into dropper, onto belt, into thing, because it has a belt input, belt output. Belt go in. Belt go in. Assemble. Goes through the 2 assemblies here. Goes into crate. Crate, pipe into... go into crate. Crate, pipe into compressor. And then compressor go into pipe. Or it might just be a case of it goes into crate, pipe, compressor, and then hopper down to crate. Done, grand. So that is the plan. That is plan. So, now it comes down to actually assembling the assembler. Like a lot of things, it is a multi-block. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to need 6 iron sheet metal, 6 steel scaffolding, 6 iron sheet metal slabs, 2 redstone engineering blocks, and 2 light engineering blocks, and 2 conveyor belts. So the first thing to do is probably to set up the other bit. So that's going to be the input, that's going to be the output, I would assume. Either way. Well, can I just turn it off and turn it on? Yeah. Well, either way, doesn't really matter. I'm going to have to hand put in stuff either way. And it's just going to be 1 in, 1 out anyway. So, hardly matters. So, yes. Right. So, yeah. So, I'm going to need to have... Well, let's get to doing this first. So, we need to have the 6 steel scaffoldings first. Let's do the ground layer first. So, it would be the 6... I don't need that. 2. Oh, cool. Light engineering. That's heavy. Oh, that's heavy. That's fluid pipe. That's light engineering block. Cool. I have half this stuff already. Steel scaffolding. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of the explanations for a lot of this stuff is the kind of thing where it bugger. Wait, make sure that is I've made the mistake before where that ended up being on a big hole, ends up destroying a lot of stuff. Yeah, the explanation ends up being complicated. Because a lot of the stuff, when logic-wise, it makes perfect sense, but in other ways, it is bonkers. So this was I'm doing it the wrong way around. So the steel scaffolding actually goes the other direction. Oh, bloody hell! To the actual thing. So there's that. And so then I need to get the conveyor belt. Do I have conveyor belts? Oh, I do. Bugger. So I need to get one more. Conveyor belts, conveyor belts. I know it doesn't take that much. Ah, cool. I can do that. Alright. Just the 3. Don't need all that. 1 redstone and then 2 iron. Hop. I only need 2. So that can go back into the shelves. Go there. Screw it. Oh yeah, what else do I need? We need iron sheet metals soon, don't I? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gonna be 9. Oop, I keep pressing escape on the bloody web browser. Oh yeah, I made a bunch of iron plate, didn't I? Or not? Oh, actually, no, either way, it hardly matters. I can just make more. Well, either way, I can just do the other thing. Actually, it goes in the middle. Oh, light engineering block. Okay, need to get another light engineering block. Heavy, light. Whee! Yep. Bop. Oh god, I'm gonna get stuck. Actually, yeah, face. Oh yeah, actually face it that way, don't we? Let's do it like that. I'm gonna get rid of you so I can actually get into the actual back first. And then light engineering block, and then I'm gonna need to make more. Wait, is that already in there? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Wait, it is 8, isn't it? No, it's 4. Never mind. I need 8, so I need 2 sets. Actually, no. No, I don't. I only need one set. Well, we'll soon see. Oh no, I am going to need 2 sets, aren't I? Because I'm going to have to use one set as a... Because I'm going to have to use one set to make the aft slabs. Wait, aluminium? Okay. Didn't notice that. Oh, no, it's there. Oh, bugger. Do I have... No, I don't. Right. Bam, bam, bam. Right. And then da 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 da. Hammer, 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 hammer. Hammer time. Frequent hammer time. Whee. Then bam. Cool. Right. Sweet. Non-recursive use of ingredients. Ah, so I can turn it on and off. Yes. Yes. Good. 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 Right. And then... So I'll do that because I need to have a conveyor belt going into it. I need to have a conveyor belt going in, and then I'm going to need a dropper. Let's grab some of that because I need some junk wood. I need more iron as well. So grab that because I'm going to need to make a hopper to drop the materials onto thing. No. There we go. So, yes. And then the next thing I need to get, well, probably no, the next thing I probably should do first is actually get the big industrial macerator going first. That's IND. Rotary macerator. Right, this is going to be a rather long and confusing process because I need to make a whole bunch of shit. Yes. So, first things first, I need to make a general macerator. After that, I need to make a stone macerator because it uses less iron. Because that's a 9 block. Yeah, so stone macerator, flint, cobble, piston furnace. So the piston, flint and metal, and I think that's actually it. I need to get cobblestone first. So once we get that, we can start. Just grab that. So piston, I think is. I need to get wood first. Wood. I think it is That is that. Aha! I remembered. That, and then stone furnace, and then I need to get some flint. I'm going to need a bunch of the damn things. Let's do that. Munchy, 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 munchy. And so, ba, 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 ba. Then we need to upgrade the stone macerator. Other one, so it's 1, 2, so it's 7, 8 with some copper cabling. 2 copper cabling, that's on the nose. What was it? And 2 redstone. Ah yeah, 2 redstone, that's what I needed. Then I need to re-ren. No, just 8. Re-ren that. Let's do that. That. Missing. Actually, more copper cabling. Actually, I'll just make a whole bunch of copper cabling because probably going to need it at some point. I usually do. No, come here. Whoop. Because I usually end up needing copper cabling that I don't usually end up needing it in the end. Oh, I can make it. There goes that. So we have first step. Then we need to get advanced block. Alloy, carbon plate. Carbon plate. I think it's that. No. It's that. That gets macerated down, then that can get... Oh yeah, putting the wrong bloody thing, aren't I? Bang, bam, bam, bam. Set, bam, bam. That becomes that. Do I have special plate? Any special plate? No. No. Bollocks. So we need to make more of that. But I think it's just bronze. Oh, machine block as well. It's just, yeah, refined bronze and tin, and I get enough straight off the bat. So I need some of that. I've got some bronze here as well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So we need bronze, tin, refined iron, so refined thing, tin, this metal ingot, goes through compression, bam, and I'm going to need 8 to go through that, so I can get a machine block, so I can get that. So that's another step done. But now I need to start, because the best thing to do for me to actually get these, so I need to go and get the raw obsidian obsidian dust, and basically just macerate obsidian dust. So 1 dust, so that's 8, and then I need to compress that down to that. So I need 8, so per stack I get 4. Yeah, so a half stack is 1. No. No, half stack is... Half stack would be... No, because a half stack would be 1, because what I need is 2. So that's 1, 2, 3 half stacks. So I'm going to need a bunch of the things. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, and then just call it that. It's going to take at least a stack anyway, so we can just chuck a stack into the macerator anyway. What the hell? Okay. I'm using a macerator to make a macerator. Because that's how this works. No, I've already got flint, haven't I? I don't have to worry about that. No, I need to get more. Because I'm gonna need a bunch. So let's get that now. Da 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 dun da dun. Yeah, so that's gonna bring me 8. So actually, yeah, I need less than I thought, because that would be whole stack. Yeah, so half stack would be that. So I don't actually need that many. So I need just bam, bam, done. All I need is that. Because I get 2 per thing, don't I? That makes things a hell of a lot easier. Do I get 2 per? No. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, let's do one more round. That was right. It's bloody half stack. It's. Oh no, because half stack is 2 sets, right? That's where I was going wrong. That's where I was confusing myself. And that goes, all of those through the compressor. And then that. That. Nope, use all of them. I am short. God damn it. Still is less than I anticipated. Nope, wrong thing. That one. I thought that didn't seem as the right amount. That and that. Rotary macerator. What? I literally have one. Why the? This is the rather confusing thing about adding mods. At times, it makes the thing bug out to high heaven. So let's just stick that in there. Longest part, waiting for sticks. Sticks, the longest, most confusing thing that it will actually take. Right, because we need to do that to get a switch. That. Then There it is. Place that down. Oh yeah, because that needs a bloody thing, doesn't it? So if anything, actually sticking all that over here would actually be better. Even then, but sticking it in the roof would be a lot better idea. Because that can't actually stick anything there. Because I think that's just the Right. Never mind. I can just do that. But before I start doing stupid things again, I need to remember I need to use the wrench. I need the wrench to start taking the more the engineering blocks, because otherwise it confusingly breaks everything. So take that. That we can just break. Same as that. So we take that apart. Detach that for a sec. We get yeah. So we do that. So that'll be the high voltage input. Then we get the energy cube. That goes there. We have to reassemble the configurations. So at the bottom would be the input. And so that side would be output. And as a test, does this explode? No, thank fuck. So that would be the low input output. So that probably needs to, that should get connected to a different power line. Yeah, so that should get connected this way. Yeah. I forgot that this thing needs different power. Right, so right. But also means the thing we can do that. Put in the redstone switch there, and then we can deactivate it that way. So we can turn off the power that way. And also you for that. So that's the reason for that. For this, can I just go into the ceiling? Because it'll be a lot easier if we just go into the ceiling. And it can. That makes things a lot easier. Less bumping of heads. Bum, 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 done. Then we can get rid of that line. That's gonna be the bloody thing, isn't it? Because that has to get power that way. Because that power line goes down to the other bits down there as well. Although I think the cabling, the industrial cabling doesn't actually connect with these. They don't. Thank feck for that. No, that way. Yeah, so I'll just do that. Actually, not even that. I'll just make more gold cabling. Actually, no. Why am I doing that now? I can just make a whole bunch of the special cabling. Why am I? Actually, no, I don't even need to use diamonds because I'm using silver instead. Take a stack of that. Take a stack of that. Because I'm using silver. I just go bam, bam, whoop, bam. No, so I still need to use diamond, don't I? Do I still need to use diamond on that thing? Yeah, I still use diamond on it. Oh, I'm using silver instead of redstone. Right, okay. Let's just do that. Just make a whole bunch. I just replace a bunch of it. Bam, 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 whoop, bam, done. More than enough cabling to deal with everything. Ba, 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 ba. Right. So that is all that finished. And more actually here, because replace all this as well. While we're here. Replace that with slightly better cabling. And then this can just like that. Power! Right, good. Good, 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 good. Everything is now starting to go into plan. Now I need to empty my inventory because I am every now and then in doing this I end up gathering a whole bunch of crap. So let's empty out the pockets. There's some copper there as well. Yes, obsidian. I've got a lot of obsidian on me that I don't need anymore. So let's get rid of that. Right, so actually this way I'm gonna need to get some wrong stairs. I'm gonna need to get some upstairs again. I'm gonna need to get some item piping. So I need 3. That's not enough. Because I'm probably gonna need more than that. It's 2 go into conveyor through the thing. Yeah. Might be enough for our purposes. Yeah, no, it's for our purposes so far. So probably going to end up being good enough for the purposes so far, because then we can just that way, and down. Yeah, for purposes so far, it's a case of bam, bam, bam. Oh, I had to configure that as well, don't I? Great. Do that. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to do that, and then because I'm gonna need to actually put, I'm gonna need to put power into this thing as well, don't I? As I thought, it just went through my mind. This is gonna end up. Actually, no, 'cause it doesn't need power, does it? No, it does. Are we going that way? No. Right, where's the power go in? Have I inadvertently blocked the power off? Is it that way? No. Where does power go into? Aha. Right. Fuck. Well. I was wondering if I'm going to do that anyway. At least I know what actually happens for that. I'll give it back as well. Thankfully. That's just straight the outside, isn't it? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Well, at least that's alright. So therefore that as well. Ooh. Direct connection. No need to fiddle or finagle. Output. Bam, bam, bam. Get that. Get that. Then I put the bloody thing back, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh, hello. Oh. How do I slap that one down? There you go. Yeah, hammer. Hammer, 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 hammer. To get hammer, hammer. Wait. Oh, I still got a bloody I already still had the hammer. And then... But... Oh, yeah, 'cause it's that one, isn't it? Bam. Right. So there's that. Then we turn that on, so we can start getting that speeding up. Yep. And Yes. 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 Configurator. I need to go get my bloody configurator. The way through the back doubles. Configurator. Through the back doubles again. Alley hop, alley hop, alley hop, alley round. And then back upstairs again. Whoop. Right. So if we go for there. Bam. Bam. So there's that. What I'm going to need for them to do. Oh, we need to get. Bam bam. That's going as well. Yeah, there's no heat in it, so turn that back on again. Why aren't you pulling out? Oh, that's a phrase I never really expected. I thought I was going to bloody say. So there we go. Wrong end. So dust goes in here. And so the first recipe we have is going to be that. Why? Turn that input. Wait, so. Ah, there we go. And so we have that. So that goes in there like that. And then now we need to get obsidian. Grab a bunch of obsidian. Just grab the whole bloody thing. Yes. I like this one. This one's alright. That's alright. There we go. That. Alright. Then. Bam. That is right, isn't it? Is that right? What does it go through compression first? Just to get that. Yeah, let's go through the compression first, then. Okay, I got two of the steps confused. Great. So... Huh. Right, well, I was going to need to get the compressor soon enough anyway. Yeah. Well, I could just borrow this one. Because for the most part, I don't really use the compressor for much else. Alright, how much does it take to make the industrial compressor? So I'm going to end up having to make another one anyway. Surprisingly, not that much. Surprisingly, not that much. It doesn't actually take that much to make. Okay. That should be easy enough to do. We just chuck all of the obsidian. Listen to this, because I'm going to end up having to do that soon enough anyway, and it's a bloody ton of the stuff. So... I need to have one of those. Grab that. Whoop. Bam. Bam. I'm going to need to make compressor. So it's just general rock. So 5, 6. Bam, bam, bam. Da 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 da. And compressor, bam, bam. Then I need to make operation message meter singularity compressor. It's just the advanced block plus obsidian. That's easy enough. The advanced block. 1, 2, 3. Got to 10. I need one more iron. I need one more iron, so that's chuck those in there. Bam, 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 bam. Then we get 2 of those. Macerate those up. Carbonize them. Plate them. Compress them. Done. Oh, bollocks. I need to make another machine lock. Get that. Nope. Ionize them first. Ba 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 ba. Where is it? Ba. Done. That. Obsidian. I only need 7, but all the obsidian's over here, so grab what I can. Yep. And then thwip, 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 thwip. Bam. Alright, so this is going to require more bollocks as well. So, what we're going to need first is because we should see if stuff actually gets ejected out. Because hopefully they do. They get rid of him. But he does, doesn't it? Right, now it just comes down to a case of just working out if there's a way to actually, yeah. So I have to basically just fill up. Well, if you do that, it's going to be that. Because if we going to need to get back me thing stuff. Get back the cabling. The big industrial cabling. So we can go duh, 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 duh. Have that going. Turn that on. Actually, yeah, because it's not actually that, is it? Oh, no, actually, no, because it is that. It actually is that. Yes, it's that. Oh, no, it actually is. Around that, so that's that. Yes. Wait, did they just auto eject? Did you auto eject? Because if you did, that would be brilliant. I have to start setting up the cycling, but still. Wow, there's no bloody flint is there, isn't it? Somebody thought that just... There's no flint in the thing. Literal just immediate thought of spinning and going, hang on a minute. At least with flint as well, I have... Basically, I can create renewable flint, because it's just, I can basically just crush stuff down to gravel and then do that with it. does auto eject. Cool. That's good. So I'm definitely gonna have to do swinging cycles. I have to basically re-add it to thing. It's gonna be a bit of a complicate, but yeah, you can compress. Oh, it's because of really should increase. Yes. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Sweet. Now I have that section automated. Now all I need to do is make more that cabling to cycle to connect it back through. That will automate that section. Then once it gets ejected out, the thing to do would be to actually, yeah, if I get rid of that slab, do I have any spare slabs? Do I have any spare slabs? Could just use that. Basically, I'm just junking it. Basically, just doing that so I can stick that there, and then wait. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Right. So, if we can do a thing that I'm thinking of, that. Don't do that. If we can do another thing I'm thinking of, doing that. And storage. And bam. And then can get rid of that. Replace that with a dropper. But first, before we do that, grab all of those. We need to make sure actually no, even then don't we have to worry about that much because we can just go like that. Actually, I don't even need to do that because just that and then fill space. Yeah, and then fill space. And, we can. That can go there as well now. Yes. Probably one thing to do first. If you have that cycle through first, does it drop down? So I can get to it from there. It does not drop down. Good. Right, so next step would be Oh, actually, no. Next step would be chuck them in. Yeah, because once that's fully spooled, all right. Probably I just need to just make that thing now. Actually, yeah, that it would be a case where I don't need to have that, because it'll just cycle back through into the thing. They're going to just collect it from inside the thing. So I don't actually need to have the crate there. Yeah, or I could just have the crate there for... No. Either way, I'm going to have to make more piping anyway. So... Well, why am I going here? Actually, yeah, I'm going to have to go back to get materials first. What is this? Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to... Well, first... Let's change it to something slightly more upbeat. Let's go for that. Something slightly more upbeat. Yes, so I need to go into... then to make... Blocks, that one. Oh, so just steel and... Redstone, get that. Get that. Get downstairs. Before we go. Bap. And, all I need to do is just go there to get one thing and then come immediately back. Infuse. Oh, steel dust. Okay. So, going to redstone some osmium. And that'll give us the chip. And then we can use the chip to get the pipe. It's a very convoluted, piss-ass way of doing it. But, at least, it works. So, through, round, down, please. Bip, bip, and then back upstairs. Back upstairs. Yeah, so bam, bam, bam. Logically transport that way. Then that will just go back into this. And then we can go through from there. So we don't actually need to use the dropper. So, don't need to use that. So I can just all that, and get rid of that. Put that back, and then get that. Put that back in the shelving. Grab one of those. To Mars. The city spars. Beaches of space. Sometime I should really play that. Williams, Divinity. Oh, the loneliest stars. Right. So, ooh, that's out. Run like a leopard, but you never be bound with Commander Shepard. At least that actually. Oh yeah, because I said it for non-recursive. So as soon as it finishes, it ejects it. So I can actually set it to just not have anything. That's actually quite good. But that also means that this whole convoluted mess of the bio compression is going to be a giant pile of arse. Because it has to go through this. Because I can assemble 3 things, and only need to assemble 3 times. But it needs to get assembled twice, come out, get compressed, then get reassembled, then compressed again, then furnished, then compressed. So it needs to go through this whole process as well, where it's bioball, go around sticky resin, then get put around sticky resin, and then put around bone, and then that is compressed. Then it goes back into the assembler to get assembled around coal, and then that gets sent out to get furnished and then compressed again. It's a whole giant convoluted mess. Yeah. Which I could set the individual ones as set. Because if I could set the individual one saying, oh yes, that one can be recursive, but that one is not. Because that make the bio one easier. Because I have that one eject, that one doesn't eject, that one does eject, that one does eject. Because that assembly goes directly into that assembly, but that needs to come out, get compressed, then get compressed, then come back in to get assembled, and then get out to get furnace compressed, and then it's diamonds again. So, yeah. Yeah, with that going so quickly now, there's no worry about any kind of backlog coming along. Because eventually through there should come diamond. One stack, one diamond. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but still infinite diamonds, and I get the materials to go into the thing via this entire process of jungle wood to planks to carbon fragments to compressed carbon fragments to coal. And then bing bong bada boo, we have stuff. Yeah, and so I can have infinite coal. It's essentially through this I have infinite coal because I can just farm these, and this gives me the most amount of wood, because I can get 1 rubber wood. That gets sawmilled down into 6 jungle saplings. Then that gets sawmilled down into each jungle sapling block gets cut down into 6. So it goes 1 into 6, then 1 into 6 again. So it's 1 into 6 by 6. Then that gets furnished, and then but it gets divided down by 9. But then that should still mean I'm up by 2. So it's 1.5 blocks. 1.5 wood blocks makes 1 coal. So hence the reason why I can get a rather expedient amount of coal fairly quickly. And even then, 1 stack of coal, essentially that and that's 1 diamond, that's 2 diamond. And for the materials for this, obsidian is slightly more difficult to come by because it's obsidian, and then I can't really make infinite obsidian difficultly, but every single block of obsidian is a diamond, because 1 obsidian compression creates 1 diamond. So I'm going to burn through my flint quicker. So essentially this is just going to be 5.5 stacks of diamond. But yeah, cool. So we have auto diamond production. It's complete. 1 of 2 anyway. That is going to be a whole different bloody cluster of stuff. At least, though, it does mean that all this, I can get really into the wood production now. I can get really into the wood production now, because even though while the leaves don't really serve much of a purpose at this point, because the leaves is what gets compressed into the biocompression for diamond production, and as it's jungle saplings, I need to get the sticky resin as well. So sticky resin is always going to be a thing, but I can just create a lot of resin pretty quickly, because the game being what it is, I can just go with all of these, place them all down, and then eventually one of them will start dropping sticky resin. So I can just farm the old-fashioned way, and do that. Or I could just do it the long way and then just do via compressions again. Did it stop? Yes, it did again. Yes. So we can get that going again. I'll make sure all these are filled up again, because that's an entire stack of stuff. Bye. So yeah, and I have to do it this way rather than doing this way, because this will only fill up evenly. So if one entire stack suddenly goes missing, or if one stack disbalances the other, it doesn't eject evenly, annoyingly. So it will always it will all take away from one before it takes from the other. And because of the way it makes it, it'll end up it'll still make 2 rather than just do 1, annoyingly. So I have to take from here rather than from here or from here, annoyingly, because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Either way, it's so good that there is infinite production. So good. I am pleased. Hot cash. Easy money. Yes. Yes. What a spare crate with nothing to do with it. Let's do this there. Right. Right. So, I would think the next thing to do would be to start. The more obvious thing to do would be to start setting up this set of compressions. Yeah, because the mentality that I have is I can make 4. I can have 4 saplings per quadrant, so I'm going to have 12 going at once. And one thing I can do as well is I can use the rubber to get compressed down into the biomaterial as well. So plenty to do. Yes. Yes. Right. So yeah. Yeah. So I really should actually start doing this. At least actually shouldn't be that difficult. How many of these have I got? I don't need more redstone. I've got exactly the amount of light engineering blocks I need. Because I need to get. Yeah, I need more steel ones I can get. Yeah, I need more redstone engineering blocks. So I'm gonna need more. No, not that. More redstone engineering blocks, and it's just iron, copper, and redstone. Cool. Right. Okay. That's easy enough. Before I do that, let's dump that and dump that. And lose just empty out the pockets is that way. Oh yeah, steel. Let's just get that done. Put the industrial diamonds back there. And just to free up some space, do that. Compress all those down. How did this one? Interesting. Yeah, so to get some iron. So I need some iron, partly for the compressions, partly for the other stuff. Already got copper on me, redstone. I'll just grab a bunch. So I get 2 for that. That do be good, do be do. Wait, what? A stick. Why? I'll grab both of those because I'm gonna need both of those. I'm gonna need 1, 2. Damn. Damning and damn. Well, let us. Oh, that's fortunate. I've actually found some more steel this way. Yeah. Come on. There's no thing in it, is it? Yeah. I am an idiot. 2, 4, 6. Right, so there's that, and then so that's bam, and done. Yeah. So where is it? There it is. So yeah, so it has to go the opposite way first. See if I can remember how this bloody works. So that is the opposite way first, and then light engineering blocks up top, redstone blocks that way. I'm going to need to change that for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I already had a bunch of iron plates, didn't I? It's there, isn't it? I've done that twice today. I've bloody done that twice today when I've just gone, wait, hang on a minute. I already have the exact thing I need. Get 2 of those. That. We'll go that way. You. Output. You. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And then bum ba da bum. Bum ba da bum. Do we have enough to make? Yes. Don't climb the machinery. Then bam. Right. So that there be that. I am going to need to have 1, 2, 3 more cabling. But that is enough. That is aluminum. That. Yeah, right. Yeah. Right. Let's get that, and so we can get power to this thing. It's gonna be that one. Oh, there. Power, grand. Yes. So. Right, so the first thing we could do is start setting up the cycles. Because first cycle is that the plant ball has to get compressed first. So we're gonna have to make another compressor. Which actually isn't really that much. Really? The compressor itself really isn't that much, isn't it? So yeah. Well, if we sort out that, because everything's going to have to be like a cycle within a cycle. Because we're going to have at one point a compressor and another point a furnace. So probably the main thing to have is probably the compressor, but the compressor is probably best to go at. Well, probably the compressor is probably best to go somewhere like here. Actually, yeah, probably just stick it there. Make more sense that way. Yeah. Right. So let's just make the compressor first. So we need to make a whole bunch of stuff again. So we have to do is that one. So singularity compressor. So I'll get the obsidian now because I know I'm going to need it soon enough. Grab that. We have that. And then we grab that. Put that in there. Sort that out, and then just so we can keep everything on the go. That we don't need any. Definitely not going to need that anymore, so that can just go there for now. Oh yeah, and the steel rods as well. They can just go. It's iron rod. Let's go there. Oh yeah, and scaffolding as well can get put somewhere. Yes. So I need to get through iron. I'll give you that steel as well. I don't think don't think there should be anything that uses steel now. So got iron. So what do we need? First we need to do is to make a compressor. Which is a machine block plus that plus that plus that. So we need to have more copper wiring again. And thwink. Belly boo, belly boo, belly boo, belly bum. Have that go through again. Also needs to go 1, 2, 6. Have that go through as well. Then not that. We need that. Then we need to make the machine block again. It's just going to be 310, 3 iron, 3 compressed iron, which we already have. 2 of that. Why always do that? I was going to do that instead. I need to put the iron through first. Then we've got some iron and some tin and some bronze. If you're going to be pedantic, then you cannot be an ass. Oh yeah, they're going to need to make another machine block. Machine block with plate. And I need to compress this first. So that, and then singularity compressor, done. And I need to make yet another bloody lever to burn through even more power. I really am going to have to... The power concerns are going to very swiftly become a significant problem. They're going to very swiftly become a significant problem. So that's gonna be something I'm definitely gonna have to worry about sooner rather than later. So there's that. And that. Yes. Yeah, rather than doing that again, probably the best thing to do would be to have that as a dropper again. I've got plenty of conveyor belts, and I can just easily make more conveyor belts. Just about. Alright. Of that. How about that? So we can do it like that. Actually, yeah, I don't need to worry about that then. I can just go straight into the thing. So, yes. Do that. That. Going to doing that. Go to doing that. No, actually, no, not like that. Like that. And then we can do like that. Then very slow crawl on power because burning through. Actually, no. Ah, there we go. Turn it on first. Actually, no, turn it off for the time being. Don't want to burn through too much power. Right. So, first thing to do, plant balls go in. I definitely need to turn it on now. Yep. So that now works. Because the first step is going to be putting in the plant balls. Because that is going to be the first compression cycle. Or the first assembly cycle. And the first compression cycle as well. Might end up having to just do that. And having because we might end up having to have the pipe go underneath. I think. That's gonna be one thing. Yeah. Did I do it the wrong way again? I probably did it the wrong way again, didn't I? No, I was right. Or does it have to be via the back? It just can't be in via the front. So I don't even need the bloody dropper. Well, that's on one hand a relief. On the other hand, okay. So I'll have that. Thank you. So the first compression cycle. First thing to do is going to need to get the sticky resin. And then sticky resin go there. And that is going to be the first assembly run. So that's going to be the first assembly run. That creates the organic mesh. Then that gets ejected out. Yeah, probably just best to just make more conveyor belts, really. So actually, it's not even that, is it? Well, either way, I'll find out soon enough. Conveyor belt. There we go. Yeah, thought it was too many. Alright, at least this means I can actually free up that space to do that. I'm going to have to make more conveyor belts, aren't I? Just had that bloody sudden realization. Actually, no, I don't. Thank fuck. Right, so that goes in like that. Probably need to get rid of that. Probably need to get rid of that. Because I think here or here, probably here, we're going to need to actually no here. We're going to need to get rid of that and then put in an electric furnace. Although, generally, actually no, how much is an induction furnace? Slag generator, not slag generator. Induction furnace. There's an electric furnace with copper. There's an iron furnace with that. Manageable. That is manageable. Because the next thing to do is to do. Because the thing to do next, after all that, is to get that. Well, let's set up the whole machine first. Then we can start worrying about everything else afterwards. So the thing I need to do is to basically put that there and then down like that. Right, and then to create an induction furnace. Surprisingly, it doesn't really take that much. Let's just get a bunch of that. Actually, no. Should be right for all that. Probably gonna need more iron. Grab that. Got copper. Good. Good, 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 good. Because first step. Furnace. Then induction furnace, but it needs to get my electric furnace, it needs to get iron furnace first. But then we'll just do that, because then it saves on iron. So induction furnace first, which means we need to get electric furnace first, which means we need to get that first, which means we need to get, surprisingly, all we need to do is just do that. So, that, to get that, to get that, bam. So, that, done. So the only thing we need to do now is to get some of that and 3 more bits of tin, and then ionize that. What we need to do is 8, let's ionize more. Let's do that. Let's get that, to get that. Then compress that. Take 2 of those. Macerate those. Furnace those. Plate them. Compress them. Make that into a block. So we need to get induction furnace, which means we need to get that, which means we get that, which means we can get the induction furnace done. Turns out the hardest one to get was a bloody macerator. Everything else is a piece of piss. So that's that, really. So that can get powered for that. That can get activated for that. Then we will get that. Hopefully this will work in this capacity. We can get that. Bam, bam. Ah, we don't even need to do that because it just goes straight to the belt. Sweet. Bam, bam. These are the ways to do it, isn't it? Yes, yes. Now let's hopefully this monstrosity of a contraption works. If it does, great. So let's get that making. Do you drop down? No, you do not. You go back into that. Because the one thing this needs is oh no, I can just do that, can't I? But that has to basically just go in twice, doesn't it? At least know that works. So that can actually go back like that. So I do no, because then I'll end up dropping it down. Then if I change that to sending it out rather than pressurizing on the opposite end, that should mean wait, power's gone. Am I just using too much power? What? Okay, just for some reason it has decided to be really bloody weird. Actually, no, we can turn that off for the time being. No, so that doesn't actually work. Though... No, because I have to make sure it actually gets to the thing on the second run. Play second there, Jesus. Just to make sure it actually gets in there on the second run. I could put it there and just have it pipe through. Well, no, because that's not the problem. The thing to do is to do that. But that ends up being a problem. Because then it doesn't eject. Alright, so that's that. And then it's going to be around bone. I think it's going to be around bone. We'll soon find out. I don't even tie a bloody stack. I think it's around bone. Yes. So if we... then that should go back into compression. Cycle round. So will it actually hold on to stuff that it actually needs? Oh yeah, I need to actually change this, don't I? So... well, first of all, let's just change this. Projection onto that. So, if we stick those into there, will you just hold on to it? You do. Oh, that is brilliant. So you actually do that. Oh, thank fuck. That is good. That is very good. Because then once that goes through its cycle, surprisingly shouldn't be that long. Drop those off as well. I can start going through those cycles. Then if I just grab both of those, one can go in there, one can go in here for this cycle. Why did you make fragments? Oh. Actually, then I don't need to worry about that, then, do I? Yeah. Don't actually need to worry about that, do I? So we can get rid of that. And get rid of that. So I'll just come down to a case of getting enough for that. Which, generally speaking, shouldn't really be that hard. Let's just... It's all fucked up again. I bloody hate it when this happens. It's basically, it's just... just decides to act stupid. Although one thing I am going to do, take that, do that, and do that, and then, whoops. Make sure that maintains temperature. So I can do that, so I can do that, so I can do everything a lot easier. This one again. I like this one. Oh, we're going through a diamond. Yes, it works. Wait, how'd you get through a diamond? How'd you get a diamond? Did you... wait, what? How? What? How? What? But also, another thing I can do, I've completely, totally just bloody realised. I can do this. And I can just use materials from the closest to fulfill purposes. I'll use that to fulfill the purposes of doing everything else. So it cycles back in, cycles back through. Then once that finishes its compression, its current compression cycle, which generally speaking shouldn't be too long. If I wanted to assure things, I could make... that's the other thing I could do to make that slightly easier. Do that. See that? That then means don't have to worry about stuff getting left behind or lost or anything like that. Because then I can just... everything just goes into a... basically a inventory prepared for it to go in, which certainly solves a bunch of problems. Well, it solves any potential issue that would arise from it not going in, or it basically potentially being lost later down the line. I'm out of bloody resin. I'm actually out of resin. Right. We shall return with stuff. And hopefully that should just go straight into thing. And then once that is finished, it should immediately start feeding straight into it. And there's no potential loss. Brilliant. Oh yeah, because then that has to go through the compression cycle. That was the bloody reason why I had the thing, wasn't it? And that feeds into thing, feeds into compression cycle, feeds into diamond, bada bada boosh. Good. Good, great, grand. We have an automated system for this bollocks. It's great. Right. So both versions of the compression are complete. Yeah. So that. Because one double taps. I have to go upstairs just to bloody kill whatever up there because everyone upstairs is being very noisy. If you do that, and have the thing go into full cycle. So material goes into the compressor. It goes into the cycle. Comes through, skips over the furnace because it can't go into the furnace. It cannot be carbonized. So all of the material that is created just gets sent back through and then immediately comes back in and then goes into the hopper to get put round. And then whenever that finishes, whenever that compression cycle is finished, it should be a case where yep, so that's now feeding back in. Surprisingly not enough. Is it not enough? No. Okay. Right. See, this is one. So it's the biomaterial one because it has to go through the compression system twice, and you end up having this, whereas 8 stacks only gives you 1 as the starting material. So that's the reason why this is probably one of the least efficient ways of doing it. But combined with closes, it's every now and then I could just chuck materials at this. And considering I'm already farming plant stuff, the rubberwood trees, to get coal, it's not that much of a stretch. So again, that cycles in. This should solve all that problem. So yeah, if we go here, we can see there material still coming. The base compression material still going through the system. Right, and then soon enough should be stage 2 material going through. There we go, stage 2 material is now coming through. Stage 3 goes into there, and diamond. Automated diamond production on 2 levels. There's one that's here, which is slightly more efficient because it only goes through 2 cycles. Basically just goes in This goes in, out, through, and just gets compressed on. It goes through double compression as well, but it's two assemblies, assembly, compression, assembly, which is less of a problem. When for this, it goes through compression to go in. It goes through compression, assembly, back through round to through compression again, back into assembly, come out, furnished, and then back into the final compression into the diamond, and there we have that. Twin diamond production. So that's good. One is generally slightly better. This one is going to be definitely more efficient, and it's while the obsidian is hard to come by, I'm going to kill what is ever upstairs. It is pissing me off now because everything is upstairs, and it's only annoying. It's only going to annoy me more. Right? Who wants to die? Because wherever you are, you're only causing noise and annoyances. So where are you? Yeah, you lot. Where's the other spider? There you are. Come down. Yeah, feck. Yeah. Come on. Why are you actually stuck? You're stuck. There you go. I got rid of you. Right, so that has solved many problems. Or at least that is one of the big automation jobs. That's probably the last of the big automation jobs done. Because as soon as you can do coal, you can do a fair amount of stuff. I've got the graphite bars, but I don't really need to worry about that. Especially now, considering the second character is going to be this. Is going to be he's going to be head of security, who's going to walk around with actual guns. This guy isn't. He's going to go around with the laser cannon and the jetpack. He's going to go around with the laser cannon and the jetpack and various other things. But the other guy's going to walk around with guns. With actual guns. Yeah. So that has all worked out very, very well. And I enjoy that immensely. It's confident selection of wires, but I'm using a combination of 3 different mods in some capacity. Because I'm using... yeah, I'm using 3 different mods. So I'm using mechanism for I'm using immersive craft for the actual assembly, industrial craft for the compression and furnacing that actually goes through the whole thing, and for the materials that is actually going through, because I'm making industrial diamonds, which is not an immersive craft thing, and I'm using mechanism to help speed up the processes of piping things through more efficiently and through power, and technically using Glatchcraft as well for the piping. For the power. So right, so the bioball assembly. Right, let's name these. If I do that. I always end up spelling it wrong. No, it's still wrong. Yeah. I assume they're right. I was right in the first place. No. biodiamond ass. Yeah. I am right. I was right. There we go. Let's stick it there. That's probably spelled wrong, but yeah. Yeah, we have the carbon diamond dismant. Well, I know something was going to be spelled wrong. Right, we have the assembly for the carbon diamond compressions, and then the biodiamond assembly system. Sweet. Alright. So that is that. So we really have... We've double ticked off the auto diamond production. Right off the swilly. So... I think the next thing to really do is to... start sorting out this structure here. I think the main thing for me to do is to actually organise. You can see the piping down here. That's the base set of piping that comes from the coal furnace. Because I've disconnected the piping for the time being. The piping goes through here, through the mining selection, hence the reason why all this stuff has been mined generally. All this stuff has been mined all the way through, but the next thing to do is to mine this through, put the piping straight through, and make the assembly for the generator. Hello? Oh, you're over there. You're above me and through there. Okay, that's... Yeah, we'll have to make... Finally, furnace assembler. RF production. Diesel generator. Conversion from biodiesel and fuel. There's a lot of heavy engineering blocks. Visible internal fluid buffer. Well, we'll have a tank on the outside anyway, so let's worry about that. One bucket biodiesel will cause diesel to create that. Cool like that. Activity full power needs 160 meg biodiesel, 160 millibuckets biodiesel per second. 1 wheat, pumpkin, melon seed, industrial squeezer, sugar cane fermenter, industrial hemp speed. See, I don't know if this thing will actually use. I don't know if this thing will actually use. Come on then. Wait, eggs. Someone's put a hole in the ceiling. Because how the bloody hell did you get eggs? Someone had to put a hole in the ceiling because you had to got the eggs somewhere and fallen down, fallen through. Oh, someone somewhere has been digging holes in my bloody walls again. I'm going to go upstairs and look anyway. Yeah, I don't think the diesel generator, or at least the fuel, the generator, the immersive craft generator, uses creosote as a fuel. I know this one does. I know the general generators, especially the ones for the industrial craft, does. But yeah, I'm not sure this one does. Because the technical name for it is the diesel generator. And so it uses only biodiesel and fuel. Yeah. Plus, as well, it takes a bunch of bloody heavy engineering blocks. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. Lots of radiator blocks and generator blocks and all of that. So it's... yeah. May just have to make a different generator. I'm gonna have to rethink that. I'm gonna have to rethink that system, because if the diesel generator doesn't take creosote, because the one problem I'm having at this point for the... because the one solution that the creosote thing was going to have, because I need to make... because like essentially I can just make a whole bunch of creosote through these furnaces, or at least a fairly limitless amount, because I can just keep making. Because essentially I could just make the railgun and just use the ammunition, because essentially because at some point I'm going to have so much ammunition that it doesn't really matter how much I fire. But because I'm going to end up having a whole bunch of creosote, because that's full, and I have 2 full loads over there. So using it as a fuel, because the one thing that's going to end up happening here is I'm going to end up having to use power on the steam generator to get the steam generator spooled up before I can get this, before I can get the actual turbines themselves spooled up, because the turbines themselves need to get filled with steam first, need to get pressurized with steam first before they can get any, before they can start generating power. So So to get the industrial turbines on the go, I need to get a steam turbine on the go, and the steam turbine is going to require a lot of energy, or at least a lot of energy, for a long period of time to actually get an industrial turbine pressurized. Because I would think, as soon as the industrial turbine gets pressurized and actually gets spooled up, it should be able to generate enough power for the steam generator to get the steam generator going at the same pace. So it's part of the reason why I want to have 2 industrial turbines. Because if it gets to a point where the one steam generator can spool up one pretty easily enough as it is, then I can just pipe it out to 2 separate places. But I'm going to have to start, I'm going to have to get to the point of concerning myself with getting the steam generator, or at least having enough of a backup generator to fuel the steam generator at times. And so this is where the creosote generator, the biodiesel generator, with getting it fueled by the creosote, actually became an idea, because I'm going to have a ton of creosote anyway. So, and I'm not going to use it for anything else, because it really only has 3 purposes. One, to go into the immersive craft chemical thrower, which is basically used as a flamethrower, but it's not very efficient considering I have guns. So that is kind of a useless thing. The second is with the creation of treated planks. But I don't really use treated planks to a large extent, so where I would need a lot of it. And plus as well, I only need like 1 bucket to make 8 things, to make a crate or whatever. So I don't need massive amounts. And if anything, I can just siphon a bit off via a bucket or something like that. So it ends up being not that much of an issue. The other thing is I'm going to refresh that page, because I think did the title change with that one? I just noticed the title was last stream's one. I know I did change it. No, yeah, I did that. Yeah. So that's going to be the thing to... Yeah. Because if it gets to a point where I'm going to end up having to change it out for something else, or just changing it out for a different type of generator, so the diesel generator, that's probably going to be an option to have as well. I still want to build it for the sake of law, and I'm going to have the space to it as well, because the industrial turbine is only going to come up to about there-ish, so we're still going to have plenty of headroom as well, because the steam generator is going to be almost entirely on top there. It's basically where that is going to be the floor for the other one, and so I don't really have to worry about... I have all of this empty space left, so having a place to store a bunch of creosote is more than anything just going to be useful, more because it just gets out the bleeding way. Right. I think the first thing to actually let's just get started doing some design and construction for this thing, because if we can actually get the overall shape for this done. Because if that biodiesel generator doesn't actually take creosote, then that's going to end up being, well, it's not really going to be that much of a problem. It's just going to be quiet. It's just going to be a case where I need to essentially just replace it with a different generator. Alright, so that's going to be... Come on. So that's going to be the main wall sort of section. Yeah. Was it? Okay. Because you're being loud, I'm just going to come upstairs and just get rid of you. Eh? If you're going to be that much of a nuisance. You need to build up here as well anyway. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Plant these down just so I can pick up the other stuff. Did you just come down here? Oh, hello. Ow. Oh, that's how you came in. Alright. Alright, let's empty out my pockets. Just to get rid of all this bloody stuff. Carrying way too much stuff. Well, that definitely emptied a whole bunch of stuff out. Well, I realise I am carrying a whole bunch of crap. Right. So... we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. That can go back in the toolbox. And I don't need this copper anymore. I think the carbon production, yep, so I can get rid of that as well. The solving of many problems. Yoink. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, let's start laying the foundations for this thing. Because this is going to be the big substantial project. It's also going to be the one that's going to end up taking the most. This is going to take a long while to do. Also, as well, we're going to end up having to flatten a lot of this place out as well. Well, if we set this layer as the ground layer, we'll end up having to move a bunch of this. So if we set it like that, Just like that. Get rid of that. Da, 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 da. Alright, that's going to be one of the industrial turbines. This is going to be the steam generator. No. That's going to be one of the steam generators when this is going to be the other. That's going to be the other generator. Alright, that's to be a main entranceway as well. Which is the main purpose of this. It's pretty much in the middle. See if we've got that section of the structure done. So you can get rid of that because we've got the corners done. And that. Yeah, because I've got stuff in it. Just to fill space for the time being. That is to just generally fill in the holes. Right. I really am probably going to need more bricks than I probably thought I was going to need. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more blocks. Which generally is not that much of a problem, because I can freely create more, because the blocks I get, or at least the bricks, I can make clay through mechanism, through dirt, and I can get dirt through breaking down the bioballs. Like the same bioballs are used for the diamond compression. So I can get plenty of those. I can get plenty of dirt, and therefore plenty of clay, therefore brick, pretty easily. Problem is, it takes ages because the mechanism tools take, at times, forever. It's all built around upgrades and all that malarkey. So, yeah, that's going to end up being a nuisance. But at least here as well, we can start building out this section. And then oh no, because it actually comes up through here, doesn't it? Can't do that with the other one. Like this. Because this whole section here is just going to be one giant. This would be the pumping station end of the plant. Because you're going to need to have water to power the steam generator, and so power the water for the steam shall come from here. So this is going to be the pumping station section. That's going to go through all of this to into the pumping station, into the actual generator section. Oh, bloody hell. That went straight through. It's one slight disadvantage with this drill. Even on the low power setting, it just punts through sort of dirt and sand. I just thought as well, yeah, because the I just thought as well, the other side of the wall that I spent time doing, I don't actually need to worry about that, because the other side of the wall isn't going to be the outside. It's just going to be the pumping station section. I didn't actually think too much of that, did I? Well, that was an error. Alright. Let's just... Right, so that's the pumping station section. We can just fill in the roof here. Because this section doesn't have to worry that much about height. Oh, bloody hell, I'm out already. Alright, I'm going to have to make a lot more clay. And that's probably the best thing to actually for me to do at this point, is to just call it for a time. 'Cause it's been 3 hours, and I've done both diamond compressions, so I have succeeded in a goal. I just need to make a lot more clay for that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's really going to be that, really. Although, actually, I just entirely thought one thing I could do is... No, not that. You actually make the railgun. Because I've been saying about that for bloody ages. I've still got an hour left for my usual streaming schedule, so let's just do that. So, make coke oven preheater. and reinforced concrete. What the okay. Oh, fucking okay. That's gonna be something to do next time. Mother bastards. Right. Okay. Oh, fucking okay. We have to start making these now. So, right. Let's just make this other gun. So, I need another barrel. So we need to. Let's just grab some steel because I know we're going to end up needing that. I just make the railgun now and then try that out and then see how that be do. Because it could be a case where it's utterly fantastic. It's probably a case where it's mostly useless. Which more than anything is just going to be unfortunate. Look, up there, you dozy bastard. Right. So we've got the 2 barrels we need. Now, wooden grip. Treated stick and copper. What stick we got? Oh, I actually got plenty of that as well. Boop. Let's get rid of all that. Just the 1 copper. 1 copper for that. And then where's it sticks? There. Wait, no, don't stay there. So we got that. We got that. Put this stuff back so we don't need it. At least for the time being, we don't need it. Right, we still got full of sand. Okay, fine. I'll just do that just to get rid of the rest of the sand. So I'm not going to need it. I've got several stacks of the things and infinite, so I can just crush down again. Right, so where is it? I lost it. There it is. So I need to get the capacitors. So 3 steel, alu, block of lead, treated wood planks, and a block of redstone. Twice. So let us get that. I need to get a block of. Oh yeah, because it's 9, isn't it? So right, so it's that. Actually, no, because it's bloody 18, isn't it? Yeah. So we got that. We got that. 2 bits of aluminium. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah, I need to make two of the bloody things, don't I? Fuck it, I'll just grab 2 stacks. It's not getting anywhere otherwise. So that. Da 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 da. We need to get 1, 2, 1, 2. Ba 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 ba. So we have enough of that. So the only thing left are these electrum coils. So it's iron, with wire, with electrum, with that, with that. Alloy kiln. Is it silver and gold? Yeah, just do that. Turns out I didn't need as much as I thought for the redstone. And just dump. Silver and gold. I'll just do. Actually, I'll just do a half stack of. I'll just do a half stack of both. Alright, already got something that can already make them. Where is it? Let's power this up. Alright, get that going. Surprisingly, it doesn't actually take that long. So, I need that to get that. It's around a stick to get 4. I need 8 twice over. So I need to do that 4 times. So I just need to do that. Ooh, I could do the metal press for the mold. Okay, I can skip several stages for that. Some more steel plate. While that's cooking, I'll do that now. So I'll have that. Steel. I've got steel. So advanced tools, crafting components, common projectiles, metal molds. The hell are you doing here? Right, we need 5 steel plate. So Right, with the cutter overnight, yeah, got the cutter. Stick that there, stick that there, and we can get the wire mold. Stick that away. Now this is going to be plenty. So we need 2. So we need 8. I think. Fuck it, let's play it by ear. So I need sticks, 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 sticks. Then I need to get iron, but essentially I only need to have 2. I only need to worry about actually having 2 iron, because I only need 2 coils. So I don't have to really worry about too much. But that should actually be enough. Okay, I needed a lot less than I previously anticipated. That, and that, and then that, to that, to that. Fortune's Legacy. That has to be a thing. Right. So let's see if we can charge this in a variety of ways. Yes, we can. Now we need to start concerning ourselves with the various things. Right, first thing to do is alright. That, Jesus Christ, that can press down quickly. Christ. I need to go upstairs. Right, so that's now in there. It should only be... There we go. Considering it takes so much to organise all this out. Right. Actually, I've got a better idea of where to test it. Because most likely, it's probably going to end up being bloody nighttime there. Let's go to the moon. Because I would think it would be probably nighttime there or something like that. So... Okay. That has a hell of a wind up, and it's only got 2 shots in it. In comparison... Fuck. Yeah, in comparison, that... Ooh, actually, can I fire blaze rods? Oh, I can't fire blaze rods. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. Yeah. Like the other immersive class weaponry, like the revolver. Kind of rather disappointing. It sounds impressive, but it's got bugger all, really. Rather disappointing. It's... Although I'm not entirely sure how much this gun, how much stuff this gun is supposed to have. Because as I said last stream, where it was, I tried looking up how much power, how much damage the tracking ability on this does, and it's all of the wikis and things don't even say it even has a tracking. So it's either something that's something from Classic, which is makes the version I'm playing really overpowered. Alright, turn that off. Yeah, so at least I have now done the thing of building the gone through the whole thing of building the railgun. So that's now completed. It's mostly useless, but still, I'll add that to the. I'll add this to the armory now, because might as well just because well, at this point, might as well start signing off. Really, because there's not much else to really do besides major projects. We've got the two sections of the power plant. Building the power plant itself is a whole task into itself because the sheer amount of clay that's required. Then the plant power core requires building two complicated structures from mechanism, which is a not necessarily well built thing. So I was trying to get that to work, and on top of that, I have to make the pumping stations. I have to make another set of dynamic tanks. Or at least just make one dynamic. If I can make a dynamic tank that's long and tall, great, because then I can just do that. If not, bugger, I'm probably end up having to build two. Fantastic. So that in itself is going to be a whole thing. The core thing is going to be a pain, really, onto itself. The structure itself is just it's a big structure. So that it requires a lot of resources. Moon mine. I'm going to start getting diamond production going properly first before I start doing that. So I'm going to get a few cycles of diamonds through the coal first before I want to get a big chunk of diamonds produced first, because all the mining stuff requires diamonds, both diamond gears and diamond picks. I don't want to leave myself too dry the resources. Plus, I need to get two anyway. One for the moon, one for Earth. And then I might end up making just another teleporter as well. Just for Earth, if the other mine is going to end up being so far away. And then creosote power. I'm going to keep that as an option, but it's just probably going to be one of these regular generators over anything else, just as a way to have the steam generator just gain enough power to spool itself up. So it might even have to be a case where I use that to power the heat transfer. Just a big heater. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. So there's not that much left to really do besides major construction projects, and the other major thing to do is to get myself properly set up on Mars. Which is going to require building a oxygen system, and then get that set up, get that oxygen system set up, and some housing. But I'm probably going to get the mining thing done on the moon first. Yeah, so that's going to be a whole long process, as it is. So, yeah, that's gonna have to be that for now. I think my brain is mostly fried from working out these two diamond systems, because I'm cross-using like 4 different sets of mods. So, yeah, done a fair bit. At least 2 of the big jobs, at least the 2 more set and go jobs is now finished. So it's yeah, that's gonna be that for now. And yeah, might stream on Monday, because I want to try and get the actual streaming stuff going regularly, like 3 or 4 times a week. So yeah, that's gonna be that for now. And goodbye.